Hi Rito, it's Wednesday the 18th of February 2026. Like Vlogs Evolve, this video comes to you in 3 parts. Part 1, Past. The last 8 months have been somewhat slow, wrapping up the various things that I neglected throughout my PhD. First of all, I had to actually finish the PhD with a few minor corrections and finished off some little bits of research. I also did the various financial admin tasks that I was neglecting, along with making some YouTube videos, which I hope the viewers have enjoyed. I was having a few random health problems: acid reflux, random eye twitching, back pain, tennis elbow, and after various appointments, scans, medication and whatnot, they finally seem to have resolved, thankfully. I also got my teeth whitened. I'm not sure about the results, to be honest. You can be the judge of that. On Saturday the 26th of July 2025, you're with your old Peterhouse friend, specifically for Hardy's wedding. How are you feeling, Hardy?
Amazing, thank you for being here. Everyone's having a great time.
Then in August I had a really big 30th birthday party, bringing together all of my family friends for the first time since my dad's passing. It was a really special event and I'm privileged to live in such a community. In September I visited the Harry Potter studios with complimentary tickets from my friend Anwesh, and it was immensely fun. So cool to see the props and stages used to make the film so magical. On Wednesday, the 17th of December 2025. Today you are in Bath, specifically the Roman Baths, for which the city is named after. In January I completed the new Pokemon Legends ZA game. It has a new, cool, real-time battling system as if straight out of the anime. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was also the first time that I completed a Pokédex in any Pokemon game, and I'm quite proud of that achievement. Also, speaking of anime, I rewatched all of My Hero Academia since the final season was airing. I thought, why not rewatch it? And I loved it all over again. A plus ultra story. And finally, last week I went to see My Neighbor Totoro in the West End with complimentary tickets from my friend Orok, and it was just fun, very cool puppetry, and faithful to the film. Part 2, Present. It's been 4 years since my 2022 resolutions video, and so that's sufficient time to see how those goals are going and what I've pivoted them to. The first goal was to run a marathon under 4 hours, and I achieved that, although I did tear my meniscus in the process. It's taken about 1.5 years for me to get back into running, but I can run about 10k a week now. I've joined a run club and do the occasional Saturday morning park run, and although my speed is not quite as good as it was before, I'm pretty happy with it, considering that there were some points in the journey that I never thought I could run again. I do get the occasional niggle, but with some ice and some rest, it's all good. Instead, I've pivoted into tennis, which I am thoroughly enjoying. My aim here is to win a grade 5 tournament. That is the lowest competitive level where you gain an actual ranking in the UK. For international tennis nerds, that's about a UTR rating of 7 to 8. I entered my first ever tournament last weekend and did appallingly. I didn't win a single game in my first match, and in my second match, although I won the second set, I lost in the third set tiebreaker. That indicates I'm at the bottom of grade 5, so a lot of work to do. I've been playing 3 to 4 times a week, either at my local club, which I'm now a member of, with University College London when I was still technically a student. I played 1 match with them, which I unfortunately lost in another third set tiebreak, or I simply play with friends. The second goal was becoming a YouTuber, the objective measure being 1,000 subscribers, and as you can probably tell from somewhere here, I did not achieve that. I made a separate video why, but in conclusion, I can barely make 1 vlogging video a month, let alone a more informative video once a week. My current plan here is to get through my backlog of approximately 3 videos, make these sort of updated vloggy videos once every couple of months, and just take it from there. The third goal was to get a PhD, and I achieved that. The follow-up will be in part 3 of this video. The fourth goal was being in a happy relationship, which I'm still yet to achieve. I've had several shorter relationships in the past 4 years, but none of them stuck for a variety of reasons. Most recently, I've been looks maxing with the aforementioned teeth whitening, cutting my hair to a more appropriate length, and updating my wardrobe. But most importantly, I've been putting myself in front of women as much as I can. That's either through in-person dating events, going to sports or socials where there are women of the appropriate age, and the dating apps. I've been on a few dates in the last month or so, but nothing concrete quite yet. Hopefully, with this continued effort, something will manifest itself. Part 3, prospects. I've been working for a startup co-founded by my supervisors, effectively re-implementing my PhD of AI-assisted neurosurgery in a more commercial setting. I also attempted to create my own startup focusing on surgical videos, but specifically the storage and anonymization side of things, but that unfortunately fell through, mainly due to me not having faith in the trajectory of the company and the potential fellow co-founders. After 5 years in this field, I'm of course a domain expert, but also I think my intellectual capacity is becoming a little bit stagnant. I think a little change will do me well. I could go back into academia. I do love science, but I don't think it's the way to go. Firstly, the salary is awful. I'd be on about $45,000 a year, which is less than I was earning at the age of 22. Secondly, it has very poor job permanence. You're jumping from one university to the next almost every year because you're on these short temporary contracts. It's awful. And thirdly, you're not actually doing that much research. The majority of your time is spent doing admin, grant applications, supervising, and teaching. I think research, especially in AI, is done predominantly by the big tech companies now, mainly because they have the money and resources to just throw at the problem. All that to say, my main goal in life is to find this purposeful, scientific, intellectual, well-paid, well-life balanced job. I'm looking for a unicorn, but one won't be able to find one unless they try. With that hope, I'll see you once you've achieved that in the near future, Dorito.